Hey, good morning everyone and welcome to day 4 on the week on the government box. So, as we said yesterday, we are now out of the cereal. We've got half a loaf of bread left. That is really all we've got for the breakfast sort of scene. But we do have a quarter box of Cheerios left from a previous week. This is about 2 weeks ago. I think it's about a quarter bowl of cereal sort of left on here. So we do have that 1 pint of milk in there, but we're going to be using our normal milks because that's just not cutting it for the kids' sort of nutrition, what they actually need. So they're going to have a little bowl of that, and then lunchtime today we're going to have a little pack up because we've got to go somewhere today. So we're going to get in the car. We're going to use the bread, make the sandwiches. We've got some spreads, as I said. We've got some preservatives already inside the house and things I make anyway. So we're going to use the bread, bring in some apples, and also we've got a couple more pancakes and some flapjacks left over from the grandparents from yesterday. So we'll bring them along for the snacks for the road. So that's it. I'll see you again in a bit. Okay, as we said, we're going just for a car journey today, so they've got a packed lunch. We've used a few things from the box we got, but we've also used some stuff we got from yesterday from the grandparents, and also a few other things because we haven't got a cooker. We've got to give them packed lunch stuff. So they've got a few biscuits. They've got the packet of crisps. They've got some fruit, a fruit winder, and what I'm using out of the. I'll show you this one over here. What we're using out of the stick of the bread, basically. That's the only thing I'm using from the meat today. We've got a couple of apples sort of coming on board as well for the younger two, but really it's just a packed lunch with a bottle of juice just to keep them going. So we'll see you later on. Okay, I've just called the fire service due to there's 2 fires we've driven past. One was a bush fire and one was a car fire. So I've done my little bit of duty as well as going out today as well.
There it was.
Yeah. It wasn't this bridge because he wasn't on the lake, was he? He's over. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there.
There it was. There.
Oh, is that now?
Yeah.
Is that all that scrap?
Yeah. Right, all packaged up, ready to go. So let's head all the way back home again. So off we go. Tally-ho. Good morning everyone and welcome to day 5 of the government care package. So what are we going to say, kids?
Assalamu alaikum. Buongiorno.
Hola, there we go. So hopefully we've covered a few of the languages out there. So today's breakfast, as I said, we went out yesterday for that car journey to pick up his bed, which is now up. We'll show you what actually on there. We were up until like 11 o'clock doing that last night. A few curtains are getting washed on the line now, and the covers, they all got sterilised and that. And when we came home, everything got wiped down with disinfectant and cleaned over. So we're all good. We're all gravy, as we say. So they had that packed lunch. For dinner, really, we still had a bit of leftover stuff because we got back late and I was building, didn't realise that it was 7 o'clock by the time I sort of came down to give some food, so it was a bit late. So that's why you missed that video then. So they had the last of the chicken, the last of the flapjack. So really we need to get back on. There was 2 days of eating that sort of stuff. It's nice to get back on track on here. So we've got, today is going to be the last day of the cereal because that is it. And then we're probably going to rack out a little bit of porridge sort of maybe later on, but we're going to see what we're going to get for lunch. And we're going to have a really good dinner tonight as well. So let's just get the old Cheerios on the go. They're going to have just the basic milks because, as we already said, yeah, so they need the thing and she needs the coconut on there. So let's get this breakfast on the go. And during the day we always have a course of fruits and sort of available when they help themselves. They can eat it throughout the day as well. Just because they need to keep healthy and over there. So let's get this breakfast. Okay, so it's lunchtime for day 5. So we're going to have we've had a sandwich and snacky stuff for quite a bit now, so we need to have a bit of proper food. So let's see what we've got today. So I'm thinking they can have a bit of soup. So let's get the old tomato soup out and get the tomato and vegetable soup. I'm going to go for, I feel like a bit of tuna. So I'm going to have tuna. I'm going to put that onto the bread. And then the fruit, I think I'm going to cut some apples up and a couple of oranges up, and they can have a bit of apple and orange sort of cocktail. Okay, so this is the last of the bread we've actually got left. So I'm going to have a couple of slices for my lunch, and they're going to have a slice each with their soup. I'm just going to cut these up. No, I mean, that's about it really. That's a bit really nice and simple sort of lunch. Bit of soup, bit of bread, and a little bit of fruit. Here we are. So tomato soup, vegetable soup for Rebecca, tomato soup for the boys, and they've got a nice little fruit platter for lunch, followed off by a little yoghurt which they can probably eat with a fruit platter as well. So quite a nice little lunch for them. What do you reckon?
Good.
Okay, so I've got a bit of toast, just buttered it. We've got the tuna. We're going to put the tuna on top of the toast, then we're going to put some of the cheese on top of that, and we've got some nice hot sauce. And that goes underneath the grill, which is currently heating up at the moment, ready to, just smack my elbow, ready to heat that up. This will be really nice when it comes out. If you haven't tried this before, I recommend toasted tuna cheese. That's a bit of a winner. There it is in all its glory. They'll sit in there. Why are you smelling an apple from?
Daddy, you come me. Daddy, look. I just made my fruit yogurt. Now I'm gonna try it.
Okay, so it's now dinner time on day 5, and as I said, we're going to have something a little bit different. So let's draw into the cupboard, and what do we have? Right, so we have our last carrot, so that is coming out for our food. The kidney beans, yep, that is on the way out today. We've also got in the back here is our rice, so we get the rice, yep, that will come out for our food. And I think that is it for inside here, but we did have some other stuff. Okay, so the top of the fridge, we had the half of the onion, and which we had a few days ago for the spag bowl, so that is going to be coming out. And we also had half the tin of the tomatoes, so we're going to be getting that as well. Just as the same as the last meal, we've got lentils in the house, so we're going to have the lentils, so they are like the meat substitute. So we've got the lentils, the carrot, kidney beans, tin tomatoes, the onion and the rice, and then finally we get the old spices. So because we're only half onion, we get some onion granules. We'll also get inside here, if I can find it, we want some cumin, we want some ginger, so there's the ginger. Right, cumin, where are the cumin? Yeah, Worcester sauce, yeah, that will come out. Oh, found it, there's the cumin. Oh. Yeah, we get the cumin. Oh, that's cinnamon. Why does it say cumin on the top? Okay, so let's find the one that says cinnamon, and that might have the cumin inside it. Crisis solved on the top next shelf up. Cumin. And then we've got the salt, and we've also got the pepper as well, which is already, there we go, so we've got the peppers there. So, with all that, is all we need to make a lovely little chilli. So that's what we're going to do now. So get that on the go, get the rice done, and what I usually do with this, I put the whole bag of rice in, and then I fill the bag up again with water 2 times, and that makes perfect rice every time. So that is all of this. Let's get the food on the go. Okay, here we go. So we'll get the pan hot. So with a little bit of oil in the pan. I'm just using rapeseed oil. It's lovely little stuff. Right, it's very hot there. So we've now got the diced onion. So half an onion, in it goes, and we'll caramelise the onion for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then once we've done that, we'll then move on to the next phase of getting some other stuff in it. Right, we've got the onions on the go. Right, now we've got the one diced carrot. Get that in there as well. We'll give that a bit of a mix. Because there's not much onion in there, we're also going to be putting a little, we can't see it, there's a bit glary on here. This is onion granules. Yeah, so I'm going to be putting half a teaspoon. So each measure is a quarter, so there's 1/4 and there's half. We'll get that in there as well, just to add a little bit of extra onion flavour to it. If I had garlic, I would be putting that in there, but the shop when we done the online delivery didn't actually have any garlic, and they didn't even replace it with natural garlic, but never mind. But we can live with that. Right, so the next thing we want to add into our chilli is our tin of drained and rinsed kidney beans. Oh, they're going everywhere now. Oh, I can't get the bottom of the pan. Right. Get that going. And then we've got our tomatoes, what are left over. We'll put the whole thing in this time. These are whole tomatoes. I usually like using chopped tomatoes, but these are whole. But we can work with that. And then we'll get some water into there just to rinse it off. So we'll get a little bit of water. We'll get a whole tin in there. And then, yeah, oops, a bit of water. So we'll get all that mashed around. And then we're also going to get our lentils. So we're going to get, what are these? These are 1/4 cups. We want a cup lentils. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got our lentils in there. So that is all of our main ingredients. And all we're going to do now is just get the flavour, the chilli flavour in there. So this is where all my herbs and spices sort of come into play. Right, so let's get them in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 cumin, 1, we'll do 1 end, 2 ginger, 1, 2, and a little bit there. And we'll stir, and also, sorry, a little dash of Worcester sauce as well, because I like meat and sort of thing. So the Worcester sauce gives it that little bit of a meaty sort of flavour, but it's still vegan at the end of the day. Well, it's actually not. Actually, it's got fish in it, isn't it? So it's not vegan. Sort of vegetarian. Get that smell? Oh, there. Oh. Dropped it everywhere now. Look, dropped the spoon. Yeah, it's got that chilli smell to it already. So that's it. We'll leave that to simmer down for about 20 minutes and we'll serve that up. Okay, that's bubbling ahead quite nicely. I had a little bit of tomato puree left, so about a tablespoon of that went in there. I just tested it. It tastes quite nice. It's got a bit of chilli taste to it. It's got a little bit of heat, but not that much because the kids hate it too hot. But they like the flavour, so I make the flavour of chilli, but I have without the heat. Right, now you get rice on the go. So as I said, just 250 grams does the entire family, and it takes about 15 minutes to eat. But it does store quite well because it stores right up until April 22, so we're not bad in there. So I pour it out into this, and then I've got my jug where I just fill that bag up twice, and that's the right amount of water for the pasta which I'm using. There we go. So second bag, in it goes. It looks a lot, but that will all soak down. Just leave that to boil. Don't stir. I don't really stir it. I just leave it to boil. and then once it's all the water's evaporated, give it a quick stir with the fluff, and then just leave it until I'm ready to serve. And that usually makes perfect. Okay, it's all done now. So this, as I said, the 1 bag of rice with the 2 bags equals nice fluffy rice. Yeah, nice fluffy rice which they love to eat. So that's the old rice, and then I just added another lot of spices to this. Another half a teaspoon of cumin to a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and ginger, and a more dash of Worcester sauce, a little bit more salt. Other than that, now that is really, really nice. So we're going to serve this up now and have our nice dinner. Okay, so it's all served up. So that's all 6 portions, and sort of all the rice, nice and easy. And we're still left with a little bit of portion for maybe a nice one for a jacket tater or something on top of it left, like we usually have. So we'll leave that to cool down. But they're all sitting there, they're all happy. They've got their little mini cups of tea as they get that sort of on there. And we'll tuck in. So see you tomorrow. There we go. They must have liked that. So we've got some clean plates all over here. Yeah, and right over there, empty and empty. So they're doing really well. The kids actually like that. And so I think that's a good successful meal. Right, good morning. It's day 6 of our box, and we have now completely finished everything inside here, which we can have for breakfast. So we are now going back to our normal food stock. So basically that kit lasted 5 days. It was good 5 days, but we'll just finish off the week on, because I did say we'll do 7 days, so I'm going to show you what the kids are going to have today. So yesterday, with some of the apples which I had left over, I chopped them all up, as you see here. I chopped them all up and froze them, and what we're going to do this morning, they're going to have a nice sort of smoothie breakfast. So we're going to put that into the old blitzer, into the bullet nutrition thing, and then just turn that into a nice nutritional breakfast. Okay, so we've got all our ingredients. So inside these we've got a little bit of spinach. So a little bit of spinach in each of these. And then on top of that we've then got all of the bananas, the mangoes, the strawberries, the grapes. So we're going to mix these up into 2 things. That's going to be the dairy free, that's going to be the dairy one. And then we'll see what we get. So we'll come back very shortly. There you all are. So all the food inside it and the coconut milk, and we'll put that onto the old blitzer, and then we'll see what happens. We'll come back. These are really noisy, so we'll come back. Okay, so I've made 6 smoothies with that mixture I made. I've still got that left to make another probably couple of smoothies. But there it all is. So all sitting there, and they've all got their smoothies, and I've got mine inside my little scout cup, and Rhoda's taking hers. So let's go, everyone. Off we go. Try them.
Yummy!
They're proper thick, isn't they?
I love it.
Good.
I love it.
Right.
Yeah. It tastes like
Let's go for it.
It's cold. It's cold.
Oh, it's proper nice. Oh, proper cold.
I know.
That is a winner. Okay, good afternoon. It's lunchtime on day, what are we? Day 6, I think. Yeah, day 6. So we've got a little bit of the chilli left over, which Rhoda, my wife's going to have that on some toast. But we open up this, there's nothing else left now except some oranges. So we're going to have some oranges. I'm going to have a drink sort of on there. And but we're now using our normal reserves food, which we're making like a little mini Subway. So we've got a corned beef, cucumber and tomato sandwich with the oranges from the government, and a packet of crisps. And I'll probably get me yogurt as well at the same time. So you ready for that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm very hungry.
Very hungry, yeah. So we're going to just make a few more sandwiches for the other kids. But that's it really. So there is nothing else for dinner or whatsoever. So we're going to finish our week on here. I'll show you what we're going to have for dinner tonight though. And we'll wrap it up in the morning. So until then, see you then.
Bye.
Okay, good morning. So this is the roundup of our week on. As you see, my cupboard is completely bare. We've got a few tea bags, a little bit of chocolate, a couple of potatoes, a little bit of pasta, and the fruit cocktail because that's not enough to do one family, so we save that. So we've got everyone to do another meal. So hopefully, if we get another one, it's Thursday today. So usually that's the day our boxes arrive. And we can re-top up the thing, and I'll finish off just showing what we've got for the rest of the week, for that week. But if it wasn't for the grandparents coming over, bringing us this food from Cambridge, the chickens and the wraps, that sort of stuff, and we also had we managed to get a small top-up shop from a slot from Tesco's, in which they still mucked it up and didn't give us half the stuff I asked for in the first place. But other than that, out of this whole experiment, sort of from these videos, the kids actually benefit the most. My youngest two usually have problems with eating, but I think due to the challenge, they actually really ate everything and they really enjoyed it, sort of on there, and they just wanted to make sure they finished their food to show on the camera. So thank you very much for all the people who watched this, because you helped my youngest, who has who has a food eating problem, actually eat his food again. So really big thumbs up. So thank you, love, subscribe, all that stuff. But we're going to get back to getting what we got for food. We've been quite vegetarians most of this week because you don't actually get much meat produce. We got that 1 tin of tuna and 1 tin of spam. Other than that, we've been other than the bit of chicken we had. So we're going to usually what I do is substitute use some of this produce actually with the foods which I can get my hands on around the local area as well to support the family. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this little thing. If you got some ideas of cooking your own selves, your own meals, put them down below. What would you do with some of this stuff, or have you taken some inspiration from some of my videos? I'd like to know. Put the comment down below. And that's until then, till the next video. Just remember, it's better to be one with the wilderness than to fight or live and struggle. Until the next video, bye for now. So as I forgot to say, we were at dinner. So last night we treated the kids. We had all this cooking sort of stuff, and they had their video calls and music lessons. So we just thought we'd treat them with a bit of a takeaway pizza. We do like one a month sort of thing, and then we watched a nice episode of Star Wars. So that's that. I do believe I just heard the door go, so we're going to also go outside and quickly see. I think it's probably our Thursday box, as I said just a second ago. It's Thursday, so we'll have a look. We're under the door. And here we go again. So back through to our next level. We've got some green milk seeds, same things again. They've got the bread, they've got the thing. We've got orange juice this week, we've got the carrots, which again looks like mushed up again. Got the pasta. We've got mushroom soup today. And the baked beans, we've got the tuna, we've got the thing, we've got instant coffees. And we've got some more meatballs. Yeah, so baked beans and that. Oh, what's this one here? Oh, we've got sweet corn this time. Yeah, we've got some sweet corn. So, as you see there is a theme. There's always a theme sort of coming in there. So we're going to enjoy that. And we've got the spaghetti again. So we're going to enjoy that this week. And we'll see what we can do. Yeah, so I'm going to get this into the cupboard now. And I think, as I did say just a second ago, I thank everyone for the support and the subscription. All the new subscribers. I hope you enjoyed the content sort of on there. Yeah, so we're going to get all this into the cupboard again, and I think we're going to enjoy ourselves. So as I said, this week we've got cream soup, or mushroom soup, which we hadn't had before. We've got the kidney beans back. Oh yeah, and we've got the tin of baked beans. So yes, I was right in saying we've got the baked beans and the kidney beans. And we've got the tin tomatoes again, and the coffee. We've got orange juice. We've got the pasta sauce, exactly the same stuff. One bag of one bag of apples this week. We've got some little mini oranges
and some rice
this week. But luckily this week we've got actually semi-skimmed, so a little bit nicer.
And some rice.
Yeah, we've got some rice. Yes, here's my 5-year-old who loves this little job. I think the big thing this week, different as well, is the sweet corn. So we can probably do something different. I'm thinking of a tuna sweet corn.
And some tissues.
And some tissues, yeah. Tuna sweet corn. Sort of stuff.
And some more
some
tissue.
tea bags.
And some more tissue.
Some more tissue. He's loving it. Oh, you can say, Samuel? You say bye-bye to everyone?
Bye.
Right, another way we're sustaining ourselves during the lockdown is we've managed to grow some plants or buy some plants. We've got some courgettes. See, we never had this greenhouse thing before. This has been bought. We've got some strawberry there. We've got some seeds sprouting, some sweet peas, some more courgettes, some tomatoes, some strawberries. Yeah, and cucumbers are in there as well. And then we've got some more other little ones down the bottom. I don't know what they are. My wife knows. That's I know that's a strawberry. And we've got another strawberry there. And we just I've just cut these bushes down, which were here, and now just put some tomato plants sort of in there itself. So that is another way how we're sustaining ourselves when these things grow up. If it spikes again, a second spike, we're going to be ready with some basic veg.